19, the Bible says, beginning in verse 1, And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak to all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, Ye shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father, and keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Turn ye not unto idols, nor make to yourselves molten gods. I am the Lord your God. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this time once again. I thank you for the spirit of music. I thank you for Brother Wally and leading him. Lord, I thank you for where you have us right now. I pray tonight that you'll just bless this service. Lord, I pray that we'll accomplish what you have set out for your house and your time. In your precious and holy name. Amen. Verse 4, he talks about not turning to idols, or to make ourselves something that would resemble a God for our physical eyes. Because of Christ is paralyzed of sin. The cause of Christ can be paralyzed because of sin. Sin in our believers. In other words, us. When we sin in front of those who don't know Christ, then we can paralyze the cause of Christ. We are the body of Christ. We are the example of Christ. We are the movement, the action of Christ in this world. And when we don't overcome sin, when we give in to sin, when we let sin reign in our bodies before those who don't know Christ, then the cause of Christ, the movement of Christ is paralyzed. Would you agree with me? When we don't take sides with Christ, when the world can look at God and say, well, God wouldn't do this, or God wouldn't do that, or God wouldn't punish people for sin. We don't stand up and claim what God has told us concerning sin, told us concerning judgment, told us concerning the end of times, then we have once again allowed Christ and His cause to be paralyzed. Because many times the world will tell us what their opinion of God is, and their opinion of God won't be the facts of God. What I'm telling us tonight in our small group, but still a very important part of our church, is here right now tonight. And I'm glad to be preaching to you. Because tonight's sermon is just simply call it like it is. Call it like it is. Tonight, our people that are here tonight are that representation for those on Sunday mornings and those who gather in our different events. The core of our church, the believers that are faithful to our church, are those who will set the examples for those who are just now coming, or those who don't come faithful. So I pray in this message we take to heart what God has placed for us, that we can take and show those who need to see that come to our church. Those who aren't coming faithful, those who are just now starting to come into the doors on Sunday morning. There's still a lot of those who are coming on Sunday morning that should be shown these things. They're not going to necessarily take it from me, but they will take it from you. That's just fact. The side of Christ that is a true side. There's a lot of people that would like to come to church on Sunday morning and hear a feel-good message and want to know that everything's going to be all right and we can go on living like we are, and that's not the case. It's not the case about sin. God doesn't tell us, and I'm just using an example in chapter 19. He talks about, let's just take verse 4. He says, "Turn ye not to idols." When we take that and we say it and we take it from the Bible, now how do we take that? Do we take that well, God really doesn't want us to turn to idols, and if we do, then oh well, we need to turn from them one day, and God's going to forgive us. Well, what I take it as is God told us we better not do it. Meaning, this is a no. And when we do it, God is going to punish us. He's going to get our attention. See, so many times, our actions don't match our professions. And that's what we need to change. We, as Christians, and we as faithful, true-believing Christians, should be willing to call it like it is. If God says don't turn to idols, then we don't turn to idols. Not only do we not turn to idols, we don't say or agree or nod our head or smile when somebody we know in the church is doing that. A lot of times today our churches have broke down, and we want to be big, and because we want to be big, we don't want to lose nobody, so we have gotten to where our churches are just feel good. We want you to come in and man, we just want you to keep coming. We want you to give money, and we want you to smile, and we want you to be at home. And if there's something wrong in your life, and we know about it, and we just start nodding our head. Yep. But that's not the case. When we do that, we paralyze the cause of Christ. It's wrong. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. And I'm going to get into it, because I don't want to scratch the surface. I don't want to wax on without waxing off. You understand? I want to really be real tonight. I really want to lay it out and just take it. I'm not coming tonight to get on to you. That would be stupid, wouldn't it? It would be stupid. It would be stupid for those who faithfully come to church, for me to come in here and just slap you all over the place. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to remind us that we are the core part of the church. The church can't survive just on those who come on Sunday morning. It's pretty. It makes me feel good to see a lot of people. But the church can't survive just on church attendance. The church survives on those who serve. Those who keep the doors open. Those who do the jobs. Those who pray for the church. Those who work in the classes. Those who do the cleaning. And those who stand for the truth. Uphold and proclaim the true gospel. Those who are willing to call it like it is.